You're standing in a darkened nursery, rocking a crying baby for the fourth time tonight. Your body aches. Your mind feels like it's swimming through fog. And somewhere in all this exhaustion, you catch yourself wondering, who even am I anymore? Welcome to Everyday Mom Chronicles, where we talk about the real psychology behind this journey that nobody, and I mean nobody, actually prepared us for. You know what? Let's just be honest about something that doesn't get talked about enough. When you become a mother, you don't just get a baby. Your entire sense of who you are gets completely turned upside down. I'm not talking about just the physical stuff or your new schedule. I'm talking about this deep psychological shift that changes everything about how you see yourself. There's actually a word for it. Psychologists call it matrescence. It's like adolescence, but for becoming a mother. And just like when you were a teenager, everything feels confusing and intense, and like you're becoming someone totally different. But here's the part nobody mentions in those glossy parenting books. You might actually grieve the woman you used to be. And that's okay. That's normal. That doesn't make you a bad mom. Let me tell you about my friend Sarah. She was this powerhouse marketing executive. Killer presentations, tight deadlines, Thursday night happy hours with her work friends. She knew exactly who she was. Confident, ambitious, had her life figured out, you know? Then her daughter Emma came along. And suddenly, Sarah's biggest win for the day was just making it through without crying. The whiplash was intense. She'd look at Emma and feel this love so fierce it almost scared her. But then she'd also look out the window and miss her old life so much it physically hurt. And then came the guilt. Oh my God, the guilt. She felt guilty for missing her old life. Guilty for not being grateful every single second. Guilty for looking at this beautiful baby and sometimes feeling trapped. Here's something that might make you feel better, though. Columbia University did this research, and they found that 80% of new mothers feel this exact same thing. So if you've been feeling this way, you're literally in the majority. You're not broken. You're not failing. You're just going through something that's actually incredibly common, but nobody talks about it. You're not losing yourself. You're growing into a bigger version of yourself. But growth hurts like hell sometimes. Okay, now let's talk about something that's probably killing you right now, and you might not even fully realize it. The mental load. It's this invisible thing that nobody sees, but it's absolutely exhausting you from the inside out. It's not even just about doing stuff. It's about remembering everything, planning everything, thinking 10 steps ahead all the time, on basically no sleep. Like right now, I bet you could tell me exactly when your kid's next doctor appointment is. You know you're running low on diapers. You know which clothes don't fit anymore and which ones will be perfect in about a month. You remember there's a birthday party this Saturday and you still need to grab a gift. You know your toddler will have a complete meltdown if you give them the red cup instead of the blue one. Your mother-in-law is visiting next week and the guest room's a disaster. The grocery list is running through your head. You're tracking whether your baby's hitting their milestones. You're monitoring how much they're eating. You've got the nap schedule down to the exact minute, because if you're off by even 15 minutes, the whole day falls apart. All of this, it's running constantly in the background of your brain, like having 50 browser tabs open all the time. And it's absolutely draining your mental energy. There was this study done in 2019, and they found that moms make an average of 327 more decisions every single day than dads. 327. I'm not making this up. From, okay, is this fever bad enough to call the doctor? To, did I pack enough snacks for the park? To, wait, why is she being so quiet right now? Should I be worried? Your brain literally never gets a break. And you know what's wild? This has become so normal, so expected, that even you probably don't realize how much you're actually carrying. You just think this is what everyone does. This is just parenting, right? But the research shows it's not split evenly, and it's wearing you down in ways that are really hard to even put into words. Let me switch gears for a second and talk about something that's probably messing with your head right this very moment: the comparison trap. You scroll through Instagram, and what do you see? These picture-perfect nurseries that look like they belong in a magazine. Moms making homemade organic baby food from scratch. Women who apparently got their pre-baby body back in like 6 weeks and look absolutely glowing. Meanwhile, you're over here eating cereal straight from the box for dinner because you're too tired to cook. You can't remember the last time you showered. Your living room looks like a toy store exploded, and you feel like the world's biggest failure. This is literally ruining mom's mental health. Psychologists have a name for it: comparative suffering. You're comparing your messy, real, behind-the-scenes life to everyone else's carefully edited highlight reel. My friend Jessica went through this hard. She'd see these Instagram moms doing yoga with their babies, making it look so effortless and zen. Perfect breakfasts arranged all pretty, matching mommy and me outfits. These calm, peaceful moments in beautiful lighting. And she just felt like such a fraud. Like she was the only one barely holding it together. Like everyone else got some secret handbook on how to do this perfectly, and she somehow missed getting her copy. She couldn't even brush her teeth most days, and these women were doing headstands with babies on their backs. But here's the truth nobody's sharing. Those perfect photos, they don't show the meltdown that happened 2 minutes before the picture. They don't show the anxiety, the doubt, the 12 tries it took to get that one good shot. They don't show the grandma watching the baby off camera, or the nanny, or the partner doing everything while mom poses. And research actually proves this. The more you chase perfection in motherhood, the worse your anxiety and depression get. It becomes this awful cycle. You feel bad, so you think you need to be more perfect, which makes you feel worse, which makes you try harder to be perfect. Round and round. So what's the answer? Honestly, being radically kind to yourself. Your kid doesn't need you to be perfect. They need you to be there. They don't need the Pinterest perfect nursery with all organic everything. They need you. Messy hair, tired eyes, probably haven't changed out of those sweatpants in 2 days, but full of love for them. They need you present, not perfect.
Here's something kind of weird that happens to a lot of moms. You can be in a room full of people and still feel completely, utterly alone.
Your friends who don't have kids yet, they just don't get it. They're like, just get a sitter and come out. And you're thinking, it's not that simple. They don't understand why everything feels so hard now, why you can't just leave for a few hours, why you're this tired all the time. Your partner's trying. They really are. They love you, but they're not in your body. They're not dealing with the hormones. They're not carrying around that mental checklist of everything. They're not going through the identity crisis. They want to understand, but there's only so much they can.